Hello everybody, welcome back. In this video we'll continue with our CSS training, in which what we are dealing with currently is on text. So last class we talked about the text transformation and the text indent. So today we'll be looking at text we'll be looking at line spacing and letter spacing. Be looking at letter spacing. Okay, let's look at our let's work on the indent. Let's say indent then my curly bracket, or let me say my curly bracket, then I will say letter spacing, then column, and then I will indicate the number of spacing I want to give to the letters. Let me say 5 pixel. So let's go and view it in our browser and app. So do you see? So let me change it. Let me give it another. Let me say 2 pixel. Then let's go and view it in our app. Can you see the indent? The last wording below here. Can you see that the spacing between the letters are changing? Let me say 0.5. So you see that it's also changed. So that is all about letter spacing. Now let me leave it back to letter 5 pixel. Now the next thing we are going to be looking at is height. Okay, let me also put it there. Let's say the next thing is line height. The line height is defining the height between each line, as in the upper line and the bottom line. So the height, the space in between them, is what the line spacing is talking about. So let's look at it. So you will say line height, then column. The line height is always in decimal. Say 1.5. So let's go and view it. So do you see it? Okay. So that it will be easy, let's make this 0.2. Then Let's go back to view it. Do you see that? Do you see that it's different from the one inside this bracket here and this? Can you see the difference? Okay, let me say 5.5. 5.5. Let me go and view it to see how big it is. So do you see that? So that is about the line height. Now the next one is word spacing. Word spacing. Word spacing. Word spacing. You know, we have letter spacing, so we have word spacing. The letter spacing is the space in between each letter. Or for example, if I said D, you know the spelling of D is THE. The space between the T to H to E is what is called letter spacing. While the word spacing is, if I said this is a house, the space between D is, A, and house, the space between each of them, each of those words is what is called the word spacing. So this also will give it in pixel. Let's say 9 pixel. So let's go to our HTML file and view it. So do you see that? So that is. Now the next thing for us to learn is text direction. Text direction. This text direction is always better to be used. Is always good for us to be used when we are writing another language that is different from English. For example, when you are writing Arabic, or when you are writing another languages that are always better to start from the right side. So let me say, okay, let me give that another heading. Let me say H1, or no, let me say H1. Let me say this is a heading. So now I said this is a heading. Now this is a heading. Okay, let me create another one. Let me give this a class of, let me give it a class of right. So the next one, let me say H1 this okay, let me say it again. H1 so let me say left. Although when a word is starting from, when you are writing a sentence and it's starting from the left in English language, that is normal, and that is the default side of a word to start from. But when you are writing a word in English and it's starting from the left side, so that is the designated one. So let me say this is a heading also. A heading. So now back to my CSS file. I'll say okay, dot right. You know, I hope you understand what I mean by dot right. So I'm referring back to the H1 here that I have the class of right. So the dot is telling me that it is a class of right. So then my curly bracket, then I'll say text direction, text text direction. So I'll say text direction, then column, so I will say text direction, then column, then I'll say right to left, right to left, right to left. So that is my declaration. So the next one, I'll say dot left. I hope you remember the reason why it's dot left. So I'm referring to the class of left in my HTML file. Then my spring coil, my coil, then I'll say, oh sorry, it's not text direction, it is direction. Yeah. So then I'll say direction column, then I'll say left to right, left to right. So let me go to my HTML file and view it. No, what is happening? Oh, sorry. The right I spelled here is not the same with what is in my CSS file here. So see that here it has T and here it does not have T. So now let me view it now in my app. So do you see it? Do you see the changes? So that is all we have for tonight. So see you in the next class. In the next class we'll be talking about the animation, text animation, and we'll be talking about the text shadow. I think I've